What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 316, and we're recording on February 17th, 2025. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
All right, quick reminder. Check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform. Sub to us on YouTube. Join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. This week, we do have an after-hour segment. We are going to be naming new K-pop groups. Apparently, some K-pop companies have emailed us looking for guidance on naming their new groups because, you know, there's all these new groups coming out. A lot of the names are shit historically. We're going to see if we could do a better job than the people who get paid to do it. So that's what we're going to be doing there. Wow. In terms of the big new releases, we reformed the Blackpink Exodia apparently this week. We finally got everyone got solo stuff now.
Yeah.
We got Chungha Stress at the top. We got Jisoo Earthquake. We got KiiiKiii, that new Starship group. They did a pre-debut track called I Do Me. So those are the three releases this week. Let's start at the top with Chungha and Stress. So she is from The Muse, which is a J-Park company, I believe. And
she's from More Vision, which is a J-Park company.
I don't know why I put The Muse.
What's The Muse?
Yeah, I knew that. I don't know. More Vision. Yes, that's where she's from.
More Vision.
I was confidently incorrect. Last three songs were Algorithm, Eeny Meeny, and back in the day, Sparkling. That was a long time ago.
That's been a minute.
Let's talk about this Chungha Stress joint. Let's see. I think out of a lot of these Chungha releases we've had in the past year or so, this is one of the most on-brand, even going past Chungha, based on all female solo artists, this is kind of the most like dialed-in song for the artist. You know, like this is the sweet spot for Chungha. You get it. You got KiiiKiii and the backup dancers. You got that crew. Anita, what's the crew called?
So I looked into it because I thought KiiiKiii might have been a choreographer, but he's actually a dancer. He's with a Coming Out crew, so that's who you see as the performers. Choreographers were Loveran and La Chica, so also familiar people working with Chungha.
Cool.
I got a lot of famous backup dancers. Makes sense. This is a Chungha song. She's worked with these people before. And we got a really Chungha type anthem song here. And you know, it's bound to work, this combination of stuff, is it not?
Yeah. It fits.
It fits like a glove, does it not? I'm gonna talk. Let's just talk about the positives.
Where are you going with this, Doug?
I have caveats.
Okay.
So. I don't really have any real major problems with the song itself. I have more problems with like the dark side of K-pop, the business aspect of this, though.
Well, okay. Yeah. What? Okay. What? Okay. Here's let's do this.
Let's get to the song.
Let's talk about the song first, and then pivot into the business side of things. Right. The song is diva house. It's like clubhouse, dance house, dance pop. You know, if you look up gay house anthem on Spotify, you will get a lot of these like catwalk, ballroom, Vogue. I think these are like the keywords you're kind of looking for with a song like this. Very inspired by that culture, especially from Chicago. Huge influences from, you know, this kind of music with like dance pop music from the late 90s to the early 2000s. It's
Madonna.
Right. RuPaul even, like this is like, I feel like this is that kind of sound, and I think that fits. I definitely agree. It fits Chungha like a glove. Like she has been doing dance centered K-pop music for the past 8 years.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah. Damn. It's been a minute since she's been around. 2017 was her debut as a soloist, so it's been 8 years now.
Wow.
So, I mean, Carencia had several versions of house music. This one leans a little more classic in that aspect. Definitely having fun with this one. But on the other hand, I was getting a very strong, very strong whiff of Yes And by Ariana Grande in both like the way the piano stabs work and then the visuals. Obviously it's like the same genre. I don't want to say the song is like the same deal. It's like I'm not calling it out for plagiarism or anything. But you know, as far as diva house goes, this feels a little too much like Yes And in particular. Not that this is a genre I'm particularly well versed about. So I don't know. Happy to talk more there, but I don't know. If you're looking for a very energetic, piano heavy house song that's a little anthemy and very empowering in its lyrics, this is gonna be up your alley. She does a pretty decent job of this, and her vocals shine through. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Well, I see the comparisons to Yes and. I think to me there was a different. I don't think the messaging was quite the same, and the execution of it was also a little bit different. Because I think Chungha is still doing a very much. I think it's still. It feels like a K-pop interpretation of this genre in its packaging, and I mean that in like the music video, choreography is not all Vogue. We got like some point dancing here and there. So I think it's a good mix. I think it's a good fit for Chungha as an artist. I love seeing her in this style of dance because she's really good. The choreo was really, really great. I've been enjoying the live stages because of that. I don't know. I think this felt a little bit lighter, whereas Yes and felt a little more like critical to like the listeners, right? Because I think Ariana had a whole thing going on when that was released, but this feels more like lighter, like essentially the messaging of the song, like releasing that stress. How do you release the stress? Don't stress out. Like I felt like that was a little bit lighter, and maybe in the sound too. I thought like the way the synths worked was like higher. Like when I think of other like Vogue and like ballroom music, it can get a little bit more intense, I want to say, like, and I think that is reflected in the dance. But I feel like this was very light. Like this didn't feel that intense, and it made sense.
I mean, you're kind of right. It's light when you like. Okay, so obviously Lady Gaga Abracadabra is going crazy right now, right? And that's a heavy one, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's
when
a
you compare
different song though.
I know completely different end, but it's like the audience is kind of similar for those two songs though, on paper. And I would say you could see the two different sides of the spectrum of this genre. They're not even the same genre, but you know what I'm saying. It does feel very light though, inherently. This one. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing though.
See, I feel like this is where I'm gonna lean into what I typically say and say I would rather listen to Yes and over Stress, because sound-wise, it's just too aesthetically similar. Yes, Chungha brings her own voice to it, but like sound-wise, I don't really feel like this does a K-pop thing, except the lyrics are, I don't know. Yes and really worked because of the way the messaging was relevant to her current situation and, that thing. With this one, it's just, the lyrics are pretty just generic, just kind of there, and like not, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Like this is perfect. It fits perfectly for this genre and like who Chungha is. She's been doing this kind of thing for a while, so it makes a lot of sense. But on the other hand, like what's my takeaway? It just feels like I'm getting It just feels like I'm getting a song that's in the style of Yes and with like a higher, range mix, and then, not a lot of depth in the lyrics, sound-wise. Music video, I think it's a little bit different, like you mentioned, that I'm not gonna argue with, but like sound-wise, I don't know. Like it's Diva House. Don't get me wrong, people like Diva House. It has an audience, but like, in the range of Diva House, in comparison to other songs in this genre, do I go, how do I feel? I don't know. I'm kind of whelmed. Like seeing it in K-pop. Don't get me wrong. I like this way more than the last time I heard it in K-pop, which was I'd probably point towards the Seraphim.
I was good. I guess to me, when I mention an interpretation or like I can see K-pop elements in this release, I mean in the performance aspect of it, because I know like Ariana Grande had some choreo, but like as most typical Western pop songs, it's not choreography heavy. Like that's not really what's going to be the key selling point. I think for Chungha, this genre cool because not only does it perform well, like I think her voice is really good here, but also her performance aspect to it. I think the live stages, and I know that you guys don't always look at the live stages, but the live stages for this were really good. Like the styling, the set design. I feel like that was kind of what was winning me over. But I get it. Like I feel like maybe if you're just looking at the song alone, you won't get maybe the whole package. But I feel like the choreography, the visuals for this were also very intentional.
No, I think we can kind of agree to disagree then, because like for me, the dance and the music video is like added package. It's not that the song is the whole package, or the album is the whole package. And the way I view it, the song needs to work on its own without the help of videos or like choreo. And like if they help and if they enhance and elevate that experience, great. That's amazing. But like at the moment, I don't know. Like just by the song itself, do I go like, oh shit, Queen Chungha banger? No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? Other than that, though, I mean, I'm almost like bordering, making it sound like I hate the song. I think the song is great. I think the song is fine. It's pretty fun. Like,
I'm so curious what your score is now.
Oh no, I kind of feel you. Like I enjoyed the song, right? But am I like literally dancing up and down to this? Am I like proclaiming that Chungha's new era is here? Like we're gonna dominate going forward. I don't know, right? That's like. I'm gonna drop one number, right? Let me drop one figure.
Okay, all right.
I need to mention the word selling point at some point during her discussion. Okay. Let me just get to it. It's been about a week of this album releasing. Alivio, I think is how you say it, or something like that.
Yeah, dropped on the.
It sold 3.7 thousand.
Oh, that's
on
it?
day 5. On day 5, it sold 13 copies.
Not the best numbers.
Yeah, that's not.
It's rough out here. Am I wrong? Like objectively, that's rough.
Okay. Let's think of it this way. I'm looking at the chart in terms of streaming, and Stress is sitting at Hot 100, 64.
31, right? Oh, it updated an hour ago. It's okay. I can see that.
Actually, yeah. I mean, if you have the latest, I'm looking on Wikipedia.
Unverified. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't I go into Melon right now and look at the top 100? Because like, here's the thing. Let me try to explain what I'm looking for this number. Chungha is not like a fandom in my head. Chungha is not a fandom driven artist. You know what I mean? She's someone who moves the masses, like
she's on 28th on the Hot 100.
Okay, I'm looking on top 100 for Melon. She's not on the 100.
Oh, I said hot, not top. I said hot.
Oh, okay. What's the Hot 100? Isn't top 100?
I don't know, but look, here's a screenshot, Warren.
Okay, no, I see it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot 100 is okay. Hot 100 is for new songs that dropped within the last 100 days.
Oh God. Okay.
Top 100 is all songs.
Okay.
So she is what rank did you say it was? 28 among new songs, which isn't bad.
Oh, terrible.
No,
but
that's not terrible. That's some kind of. Do I think it's a great number? No.
Yeah. Like if we start to talk about more like the business side of this, right? It's rough. Like I don't know how else to put it. It's rough. Like okay, so you remember when she was at her original studio or original company M&H, and then she took like a break because she was like burnt out, right? And she was like, I almost decided to just go to school instead of doing K-pop still.
Yeah.
But then she signed with More Vision instead, right? And then she started releasing stuff. And we really liked Eeny Meeny. Warren was really into that song. I remember that. And Anita too.
Feels good. Yeah.
But it's like there's a disconnect between I think how people like these Chungha joints versus how they're charting, because like even Eeny Meeny on Circle chart, it didn't go past 104th. 104. Like, it's rough. Is it not sparkling? 2022. So that's like 3 years ago at this point. Reached 44th.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Well, let's think of it this way. How would you change this up? What would you do differently? Let's put our thinking caps on. Doug? What's your best take? Do this instead.
I think they need to garner fandom and support for Chungha outside of the music first in order to get better sales.
Oh,
Because
variety.
she's like when Chungha's not promoting this music, she like disappears. In my I view a lot of K-pop content, right?
Yeah.
Peripheral stuff too. I don't see Chungha in like in anything, you know.
Is she? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Is she like a funny person or like what's her personality off cam like?
I mean, she's funny. She's a normal person. She speaks English. You could put her on Dive Studio, you know, like. I just feel like I feel like they're not like utilizing this enough because I don't see her outside of the music typically, is what I'm trying to say, and maybe like an interview or two.
Okay. I am looking up her recent activities on YouTube. She was on Hyeri's YouTube show about 10 months
that's a good
ago. She was on KBS Cool FM 이은지 가요광장 radio show 17 hours ago. She was on the 이은지 YouTube thing 3 years ago. That doesn't count. She was
Also,
on
I'm
Kung
looking
Studio
at her.
10 months
I'm looking
ago.
at her YouTube channel. There's not like a vlog for the last 5 months.
Okay. Sounds like we need a better social media marketing strategy.
I think it could help. You know, like I don't think we could do any harm by
No.
putting more content out there.
You know what I'm thinking of? So, like, all of the street woman, street man fighter, whatever, she was never invited. And I always thought, like, of all the idols they invite, like, she's one of the most qualified because she has been working with these people and has some experience as a dancer. I wonder why they never asked her to be in one of those seasons.
Like, how hard is it to make a Chungha YouTube show where artists come, they interview them a little, they teach Chungha the dance moves to film a TikTok or whatever because she's a great dancer. They do the dance and it's fun. Like, how hard is it to set up something like that? You know?
I feel like there's things that she could be in
right?
that
Like,
have been very popular, but I just don't know why.
Okay.
Like, she's like, what's Chungha good at? She's really good at dancing. Everyone knows this, right?
Okay.
Why aren't we using those strengths more? I just don't understand.
Here's my issue. Now that we're being blunt as possible, Chungha's been around for 8 years. That's an issue.
Okay, fair.
An issue?
That's a problem. Okay. Hear me out. Let me elaborate. When was Gotta Go? Personally, Gotta Go was fucking 2019, guys. It was 6 years ago. It was pre-COVID.
It was a
Pre-COVID.
while ago. Yeah.
Let's think about celebrities. Unless they maintain a certain level of success after success, people come down after. The only way to come back is a pivot. You know what I mean? We need an image change for Chungha. That's my thing.
Image change. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need a way to be like, hey, yo, you check out that new Chungha. She is doing something completely different. You know what I mean? In my head, Chungha needs to, yes, we need to leverage her dance abilities. Yes, we need to leverage her vocal abilities. But I don't think we do dance anthems.
Honestly, at this point, you're probably not wrong about that.
Oh.
You know? Like,
We need a pivot,
Eeny
man.
Meeny was not that. Yeah, Eeny Meeny was the most different.
Eeny Meeny is still like dance pop music. I'm thinking like have her. Here's what you do: you get her on a show where you know that one show where like different celebrities go busking around Europe or some shit, and they have like begin again. Get her on that shit. Get her on that thing.
With dancing. We
Yeah,
should
do
do
a
a dance
little
version.
dance in the middle, but like have her sit with a guitar or like a little drum set or some shit.
Yeah.
And then
We don't really know what's going on, right? At the end of the day, there could be other stuff behind the scenes. But
True.
speaking of, she was on Hedy, who's a former member of Girls' Day YouTube show, right?
Yeah.
Think about this. Hedy's main acting role was about 10 years ago, right? When she did Reply. And then she left most of her shows around the beginning of like 2021, 2022. She was on Naruto. She left the show, right? She hasn't been in any big acting projects, but she's been grinding away at this YouTube show, and now it's a big deal, right? She's been able to leverage her as being a personable person to still maintain popularity and to even do better these days. Honestly, her YouTube show's popping off. I just feel like we got someone like Chungha. People like Chungha. People know she's a great dancer. And she's an interesting person. I just feel like we could be doing more. That's my only point. I think it would reflect in her musical sales and how it does business wise.
My only issue is, here's the thing. It's a bit of a vicious cycle because she does not generate a lot of buzz. There's not going to be a studio that wants to build a show with her.
That's fair. That is completely fair.
So again, in order to make that buzz, you gotta have Chungha doing that easy listening bedroom pop shit.
Hey, we could do. Speaking of doing content, we could literally do Chaeyeon and Chungha could go do some dancing things. You know, for that show that hypothetical show where they're bus dancing. Wouldn't that be great? It would be great. See, honestly, like, you know, and I'm a nobody, and I'm just thinking about this in my office, and I'm like, that seems like it'd be fun, and K-pop fans would like that. But I don't know.
You're not a nobody. You're my friend.
Okay, thank you, sir. What I'm trying to do right now is make Chungha be more relevant because honestly, 3K sales ain't good. Like, you know what I mean?
And she's so good. She's a
that's
really
what I'm
great
saying.
performer.
It doesn't reflect. I don't know.
Okay, I'm
confusing
gonna
to me.
connect this back to the song. I think here. Okay, my take. Stress is a fine song. It's great. It's a diva house song, energetic. If you like this kind of music, you will love this kind of song too because she's a great vocalist. The dance is, I think it's pretty solid. There's nothing to hate about it if you like this kind of music. The issue is there's not anything more to create buzz. I think
100%
Stress, albeit it's great, Stress is a little too predictable.
I also agree with that point. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
My last thing I want to say is, you know, that in this music video, there's one point where there's like a sexy teacher scene or something, right? Where she's like has the glasses and she has the pointer.
Yes.
It really reminded me of, there's a scene. Okay, I'm gonna date myself. There was a Charlie's Angels movie like 20 years ago, and Lucy Liu was in that movie, and she had like a sexy teacher scene, and it kind of reminded me of that. Just wanted to state that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep going.
I looked at how old that movie is. It's from 2000.
Okay, it's 25 years old. Shout out to Lucy Liu, Michigan alumni as well.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh, really?
You didn't know that?
No.
I didn't know that.
Our two famous actor alumni, James Earl Jones and Lucy Liu. Come on, guys. You should know this.
Yo, rest in peace, James.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Lucy Liu, what the Michigan, dude? Come on.
Yo, I had no
know
clue.
this.
Yo.
How did you guys not know this? We used to talk
I
about
don't
this.
know.
I haven't
with you,
seen
but
Charlie's
me-
Angels, man. That's what it is.
Okay, well, let's keep going. Let's pivot now. Probably the biggest song of the week. We got Jisoo with Earthquake. She is from Belisu and Warner Music. She's at the companies. Her only other solo song was Flower, which I think is a divisive song. Now looking back at it, we're like, was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. You know, that I feel like there's always I hear people bring that song up all the time and have discussions about it because they're just unsure how they feel about it. But we got Earthquake now. Right off the bat, there's an extreme amount of investment into this solo track. Like, in terms of the music video, we got a famous S tier actor, Cha Seung-won, in this music video. There's so many special effects in this music video. Absolutely crazy what's going on. In terms of the song though, did you guys expect her to do this type of song? Warren, what type of song is it? You're good at this. Explain to us. Explain to the people at home. What would you call this?
Pop.
Pop. Okay.
Electro
nice
pop.
answer.
Electro pop. Electro
Pop.
house. I wouldn't. I feel like this is squarely within like the pop genre. Where it's like I'm not gonna pull out a different reference. What I did like was like there was a lot of things that I liked about the song, but a lot of things I didn't like about the song, and like it changes per section. Like I think the song starts out great. Like after the Cha Seung-won cameo, right? We go into this like upward melody that that thing, which I don't know. That sounded pretty unique. We don't really hear stuff like that in K-pop. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then the whole like verse intro where she does like this one noted ha ha That I don't know. Again, I thought that was pretty unique and pretty cool. So like everything she did that was like pretty unique and like not standard for K-pop. I loved. And then you got to the second part of the chorus where she did like another run of the flower dance break with the la la las.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
okay, here's the TikTok section of the song. I don't know, man. Like,
You know the part where the hits me like an earthquake and then the beat comes in?
yeah.
The beat to me sounds like chopping. I don't know why, but every time I listen to that part, I hear rocking and stopping this chopping. Boom, boom, boom.
Earthquake.
Boom, boom. You know that part, right?
Yes.
Like that bass line of chopping. I hear it and I can't unhear it now. I don't know why. It sounds very similar if you go check both of them out.
I actually don't remember dropping, so I prefer not to.
Yeah, don't, please. It's bad. Don't.
I don't mind dropping.
I don't know, Anita. What did you think about the song?
I think I might have a similar impression because I also thought I liked sections by themselves, but then when they were followed next to each other, I felt a little like, I don't know if I like this progression. I think the sections that kind of made me feel that way the most were going from the pre-chorus or like verse, end of the verse into the chorus, because I don't think it's an anti-drop, but it feels like the energy was building with her vocals, right? It seems like we were going higher, and then all of a sudden, like, we drained the energy, and then we are back at the hit me like an earthquake part that we already heard in the beginning. So to me, it felt like we build up, and then we go back down again, and then we go through the chorus. And the chorus itself is not super energetic. Like, there's not like a big explosion, a big impact, in my opinion, because we kind of already hear that melody in the beginning of the song. I don't know. I think there were parts that I thought were really interesting. Like the verses I thought were interesting. That second half of the chorus, it's okay. I think it makes sense. Yeah. It's not a highlight, but I understand why it's there. In progression structure wise.
Really? Because I felt like it's only there strictly because it needs a TikTok part, and that's it. Like, if we cut that part out of the song, I felt like the song would be perfect, personally.
Oh, really?
It's like that part annoyed the hell out of me. I'm sorry.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it's not. I don't find it as. I could do without it. I'm fine with it. I guess I'm quite indifferent.
Okay,
but
that's fair.
Yeah. Something I wanted to point out.
Yo, what's up?
Visually though, because I think maybe this is a trend, and you mentioned it a couple weeks ago, last week, Warren, where we were looking at the IVE music video, right, for Attitude. Yeah, the architecture, brutalism, very corporate, very. I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with
Yo, recession core.
You know why you don't like it, Cho So-won? Looks like he's busting into your office like Doge is at the IRS, apparently. You know, that's what it feels like to me. Hey, you're in your own office and they pull you to a side room, these people you don't know, and they're asking you difficult questions all of a sudden. Felt like Doge to me. I don't know. That's what it felt like.
Is it going to be public?
I mean,
no,
it's
just
not
gonna
only
leak
like,
everyone's social security number, you know?
I mean, the thing is, I don't like. How should I say it? There's just something about like the styling, plus the architecture, plus the lighting, plus the color palette. Like, I just feel like it's very dim. It's very like gloomy.
Is it lethargic? You know, is it like down, moody? Is that the vibe you're getting?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have an explanation for the brutalist and dark tones. I don't have an explanation for that. I have a guess as to like why people are being styled this way and like this style of music being popular in K-pop at the moment. Like, sure, electro pop is popular in pop music. Yes, Brad is big. Don't get me wrong, but 2025, 2024. Do you guys enjoy the amount of money you have in your bank account? I personally don't. We're dab middle of a weird recession right now, right?
Yeah.
You want a funny story about that with me? I pulled too much money out that I got charged a monthly fee because I didn't have above the threshold.
Fuck.
Wow.
There's like a threshold where I don't pay the monthly fee, and I pulled too much out, and I had to pay it, and I was really pissed.
All right. Well, other than Doug, we're all in the middle of a recession, and
no, that's a bad thing. I was below the minimum, dude, to not pay a fee.
oh, like you didn't have enough money in your
I
account.
didn't have enough money in the account, dude. I was below the amount where I don't pay a fee, and I had to pay this $10 fee or so. I was
All
really
right.
pissed.
I'm sorry about that. Anita and I are in a recession. Doug is broke.
I'm broke. Not gonna do well.
Okay.
The eggs, dude. The eggs.
Okay, but so back to the song. Back to the song. We're in the middle of a recession. Aesthetics that are popular in recession happen to be very upbeat, electro-based pop music, house music, and then business core, like formal wear aesthetic. You know what I mean?
I hate that. I don't.
Like if you,
I don't know why.
like if you look back at
don't.
like 2008, 2009-ish, and like what was really popular back then, and then like what's been popular with like pop music in the last like year or so, I feel like the aesthetic I would call this is like recession core, like both as a meme and like in all seriousness, like it's kind of what it feels like to me. You know what I mean?
It's interesting because I really like this brutalist stuff. Like
You do?
You do?
yeah.
Interesting.
Because like I'm someone growing up who's always been into like science fiction and fantasy and like cyberpunk aesthetic, where like very utilitarian. Like I'm really into that. So
you-
this type of stuff.
So you like
I've
dystopias?
So like here's an instance. When I grew up, I said I want to live in a nice house that looks at the ocean, but I don't have to get the sand on my feet. You know what I mean? That says a lot. Like I want to look at my nice desk and look at the ocean, but I don't want to touch the sand because I don't want to get my feet dirty.
You want to be indoors.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You want to
This
have
kind of-
a huge window.
No windows.
Yeah, huge windows, a lot of concrete, warehouse. There, that's all me, dude.
Concrete.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just get a big display.
You don't think I have big displays, dude?
Just have it constantly play footages of Hawaii. You know?
Yeah, that'd be fine. I'd be fine.
All
dude.
right. Okay. It's again. We're back to recession core and dystopian music.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wow.
So that's
Is there,
kind of
is
my
there a
take.
disconnect though between the music and in the music video? Do we feel like there's a disconnect?
I feel like it was less than I've. Like the disconnect was a lot less noticeable than I did with what was it called? The last track. Attitude. Yeah.
Attitude.
I don't know. I'm imagining it annoyed you, Anita, based on your commentary today
Well,
on the podcast, on the show.
I guess I see the trend, and I see both trends, right? Like I see the aesthetic trend, the styling trend, the fashion trend, and I also see the sound trend. I think I understand the song music trend more than the aesthetic, because even if I'm recalling back to like business casual wear being popular in like the late
business
2000s,
formal wear.
business formal. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was quite the same. I feel like this is a different interpretation of it, because this feels very neutral tones, whereas if I remember correctly, what I saw back in the day felt a little bit more colorful. Like it still felt very, I don't know. I think to me it had a different feeling, but I don't know if this is just a different interpretation, a different.
You're talking about like recession
Callback.
core from 2008, like Black Eyed Peas, Kesha.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
No, I definitely agree with you. It's a little different from what we were getting back then. That's why I was like, I think I can kind of explain the outfit choices. Like,
Yeah.
why it looks like they have terrible lighting, I don't know.
It's
That's a
interesting.
funny way to put it.
I don't know. Maybe it reflects how people feel about society right now.
Maybe.
Not a lot of light, darkness. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is getting a little
You
meta.
think Jisoo's trying to make a social commentary about the recession with her
Yo.
earthquake track, and they can't even
Probably
be bothered
not.
to capitalize the E?
Yo,
Guys,
Jisoo
like, come on.
Lamar. No. My score went from a 6 to 10 all of a sudden. I'm just kidding.
I do think like I was trying to think like, okay, if I like the okay, again I'm gonna reiterate on this podcast because people seem to question. I like the Blackpink girls. You know, we've given them
Yes,
good
yes.
scores lately,
We're
particularly
quite positive.
quite positive
Yeah.
lately. I was trying to think with this track though, if it wasn't Jisoo, right? What would my enjoyment be? Because you know, when you listen to a new song and it's someone you like or you're familiar with, you instantly get biased to it, right? Based on past
Yeah.
stuff. So I was thinking, this like if this was just a random singer never heard of in my life, and I played this, what would I think? I would say like there's parts that are good, interesting, but like some of the decisions are just like very corporate. You know what I mean? Like the TikTok part is very obviously a TikTok part, right?
Yeah.
And I just don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, let me give that same message a positive spin, you know?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like the rest of members of Blackpink, it feels like Jennie, Lisa, and Rose wanted to diverge. It feels like they wanted to try different things, create new identities, you know, that sort of thing. For me, it feels like Jisoo's ambition was to create a sequel to Flower. And in all honesty, I prefer this much over Flower, where
Yeah, me too.
I agree as well. Yes.
yeah, like it feels like she wanted to go ahead and make K-pop music that is accessible by fans, reachable by fans, kind of what they want. And you know what? I don't think she might be completely off by that comment, because if I go back to
No.
the last couple solo releases from the rest of Blackpink, and particularly the ones that sit outside of pop the most, you know, the ones that try to do different things, you know, like Rockstar by Lisa, or like Zen by Jennie, or like Love Hangover by Jennie, they are not received well. People have not been a huge fan of them. And I'm going to make a bit of a jump, a bit of a leap of faith and say maybe that's because that's not what they're into. You know what I mean? And in my head, if I'm Jisoo and my musical ambition is to continue creating great K-pop music for my fans, this is the kind of shit I'm doing. Like at the end of the day, I much prefer this over some of the shit we've been getting out of YG. You know what I mean? So it feels like she's making just well-made, a good approach at K-pop. That's what she
Yeah.
wanted to do.
Yeah. And we did have a
Probably.
discussion a couple weeks ago where like I wonder if this will be the most K-pop out of all of the Blackpink recent stuff, the solo stuff.
Yeah.
And it definitely is, right?
Definitely
like,
is. Yeah.
It definitely is the most K-pop centric of all the stuff we've had previously, which is not a bad thing in itself, because you know Jisoo's not like, okay, the Blackpink girls are all popular globally, but Jisoo as an entity is extremely popular within Korea, right? Like I believe she was the most popular member in Korea. So I could be wrong about that, but all I know is everything I heard in Korean sides would be like, have you seen her visuals though? You know, right? Like because that's what Korea cares about, whether you like that or not. So it kind of makes sense on that sense that they did a very K-pop, well, more K-pop centric thing with Jisoo. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add one more layer to it and say that Jisoo sounds the best she's ever sounded. Like I wanted to mention this early on, but like if I go back to a lot of the Blackpink releases, I feel like Jisoo's always getting like the shortest end of the stick, because it feels like she's
agree.
given like the parallel line to Rose, where like the lines fit Rose like a glove, and like Jisoo on the other hand, very different vocal qualities, is given essentially the same line and is made to do a duet with Rose in a lot of the aspects. And I feel like that is a poor use of her voice tone, you know what I mean? And like that has resulted in a lot of people criticizing Jisoo, saying, oh, she's a terrible vocalist, which I'm not saying she's a terrible vocalist. I'm saying the way YG directs her vocals, the way YG gives her lines is not suitable for her. Of course, she's not going to look great when she's like, you know, like wearing ill-fitted clothes. You know what I mean? Like this track, on the other hand, feels like it works. It feels, personally, like the whole intro bit with the intro of the verse, like the ba 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 ba, that thing, and like the verse after where she's obviously a lot more energetic. I don't know. She sounds a lot more comfortable. She's not, it doesn't sound like she's being dampened or anything, which is the impression I've always gotten with her voice tone. Maybe it's a mixing thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a vocal directing thing. That's my guess. But the fact that she has so much creative control over her release at the moment, her being the main lyricist, it seems like she worked very closely with the folks called Jack, Brady, Jordan, Roman, and a couple other folks for these songs. I feel like that says a lot about how much this song is suitable for her. So I don't know. I feel like in that aspect, this is a good counter thesis. Like, she sounds great for the first time in ever. Oh my God. Fair?
Yeah, I could see that. I think that's
I'd say
fair.
so.
Yeah.
Not my favorite track ever, but I would say good utilization of Jisoo though, at a minimum, right? Which is hard to say sometimes with some of the traditional group stuff.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. What's up?
No, I was gonna say you got one more comment.
Oh no, I thought Anita had something.
Oh.
Oh.
No, I agree.
Nope.
I agree.
Oh.
All right, 3,
Okay.
2, 1. All right, option sold. Let's move on. Last one, we got KiiiKiii with "I Do Me" pre-debut. They are from Starship. They don't have any other songs. Here's the blurb. KiiiKiii is an upcoming 5-member girl group under Starship Entertainment. They will make their debut on March 24th with the EP Uncut Gem. They are a 5-member group. There's Isol, Sui, Haum, Jiyu, and Kaya. Kaya is a 2010. There's a fetus in this group, everyone.
14-year-old.
14 years old in
Or
this group.
13, turning 14, and we don't know.
Something like that. Yes.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, that's cool. I am old.
Okay, so as you all know, SM is debuting a girl group Hearts to Hearts next week, right? We got this, and then KiiiKii's gonna make their formal debut in a month. They all kind of sprung it upon us real quickly, like within this year. Like, it wasn't like a long term, we're gonna debut a girl group, let's take like 6 months to do it or whatever. Especially this KiiiKiii group, I feel like we reported on it like 2 weeks ago, and then it's here now, right?
Very quick. Yeah.
Very quick, all of a sudden. And right around when IVE is promoting as well. I think that's kind of a business decision, though, honestly. They're like, hey, you like Starship? You like IVE? You're on the Starship YouTube page right now. Look at this other thing, right? I think that's what they're kind of doing as well. Let's get to the track now. "I Do Me." I looked up the filming location if you guys were curious because I thought it was majestic and beautiful. It is in New Zealand. I thought it was going to be, I thought it was either New Zealand or Austria. I thought this might have been the Alps, but no, it's in New Zealand.
Somewhere in Europe.
I gotta travel.
That's what I was thinking. I said, I want to go to where they are. This is one of the prettiest music videos I've seen in a while.
Oh, yeah.
It's so nice.
Refreshing.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
There are some people on our server who were talking about the track, and they were like, man, they filmed such a beautiful music video, but they weigh it with such like a going for earwormy basic song, I saw people talking about stuff like that.
Well, I kind of think it goes together, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Elaborate.
Can I explain?
Yeah, of course. Be my guest.
I think, visually, obviously we're going for a more literally like nature, natural, like we're distancing from the glitz and glamour, right? So I feel like that's pretty clear. Also, like the aesthetics of their styling is very maximalist, like very like don't really care for the trends. We're just wearing what we want, wearing something that's loose fitting that you can run in, that you can jump in, right? So I think that's the vibe they're going for, like very approachable in a way where like we're not really feeling an artist, like an idol vibe from them. And I compare this to the presentation of IVE, right, from their debut. This feels very much like trying to close that gap between the audience, the listeners, and them. And the song itself, I think, is also very general public friendly. Like it's nothing too crazy. Very, I don't know, like
Sorry.
something.
Pause for a second. Doug, are you okay?
Yeah.
I almost just drowned. I took a
Were you
swig of
drinking
my
water?
I took a swig of my water. 80% of it went in my lungs. I almost got
Oh my
pneumonia,
God.
dude.
For our listeners at home
you
without
okay?
video, Doug was like under the camera for like a solid minute, like gagging up and down. I thought we'd have to
coughing.
pause.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry. Anita, back to you.
Yes. No, I was done.
Okay. No, I kind of agree. Relatability is definitely the key word here. This is if I've is all about I'm a queen.
Yes.
KiiKiii does everything they can to make it feel raw, which makes sense. Uncut gems, you know? Like
Right.
let's do a quick activity. Go to their Instagram feed. You guys seen these have you guys seen these teaser images?
I saw in a couple of them.
You seen the queen in the mohawk?
Yeah, I seen the mohawk.
Yeah, big king there. It's personally for me, it's giving haha, I'm a little silly. Look at me, I'm a little silly. I got silly images on my feed. Kind of a vibe.
I got a pickaxe on my computer keyboard. Minecraft. LOL. Right?
Pyong, look at all my nails. Poorly taken photo. All right. You guys,
Jesus Christ.
okay, do you guys see, scroll all the way back to the top, you see KiiKiii official website and then KiiKiii.kr?
Yeah.
Click on that.
Yeah, there's like ads, right?
No, you
Yeah.
get like the shittiest looking website.
Jams.
It's clearly the shittiest looking website built to look like a shittiest looking website, built to look like you spent about 20 minutes on Squarespace, which this episode is not brought to you by. My email is always open, Squarespace. I love you guys. What I will say,
This is what they're going for, obviously.
this is what they're going for. They're
Yeah.
going for, I'm a little silly, but also relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the visuals do a great job of reflecting that. The sound itself, if I had to give this genre a name, it's like alt pop, indie pop, that sort of thing. And in a way where it was very popular with like indie pop artists between like mid 2010s to like early 2020s. Like I'm thinking like people who have been very heavily influenced by Chainsmokers kind of music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very general public friendly, especially with the West. Not that it's not going to work with the East either. I think there's plenty of potential there. But it feels like overall KiiKiii is positioning themselves as, I'm 11? What? No, guys, silly. That's the kind of beginning. And that's reflective in the song as well. Now, personally, I was hoping the song would be a little bit more silly, like their Instagram feed has been, but I don't know. I feel like the song is a little more in the box, you know. And not that that's a terrible thing, but does it leave like a lasting, strong impression as much as our queen in the mohawk? No, you know what I mean. Like I think the biggest marketing move that they pulled off really well so far is the guy in the mohawk with the words KiiKiii written onto his sides.
Yeah, people have been talking about that a lot. They're like, "Who's this guy?"
Don't blame him. Blame them. Obviously, this is all like very carefully marketed, and like these are images planned and directed by like corporate, you know, mid-30s folks. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm one of those. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. But I will say their feed is looking fucking fantastic, like from my perspective. I don't know. I just wish the song would reflect that a little more, because to me, I don't know, it feels a little safe.
I think the song was a little safe, but at the same time, I think they were just trying to like. I don't think they were going for a banger because it is the pre-debut track. I think they were just trying to be like, look at how different we are from IVE. You know, I think that's like the main thing that they were just trying to prove, which they did extremely well. Also, they showed
sampler, yeah.
Also, they showed off all the kids great because this is such an aesthetic music video. It's insane how pretty this music video is.
Yeah.
The shots in it.
Color saturation, yes.
before the show, I mentioned this term a lot. People are calling this like church horse girl music, which is what I was hearing, which is funny in itself. You know, the church girl aesthetic, which it does kind of fit that vibe, to be honest. It looks like they're sound of musicking a lot of the time in this music video.
The farm.
Anything, right? In the farms. I think that they know what they're doing, which is rare because until I've happened, I rarely said that about Starship, right? I feel like they know what they're. You know why? It's not that they know what they're doing. They're paying people who know what they're doing at this point.
Which is they know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an extension of that. It's an extension of that. I'm pretty intrigued, to be completely honest, because
Same.
it's Steve like KiiiKiii is the New Jeans answer to IVE. What I mean by that is, you know, New Jeans, their whole approach was we're like approachable, right? It's cool, right? We're not superficial, we're not crazy, whatever. We're the New Jeans kids, right? In their absence, it seems like both Starship and SM are trying to produce their answers to New Jeans, right? With KiiiKiii and Hearts to Hearts.
Now,
At least on face value.
that's here's the thing, right? Like we've had New Jeans, we've had Triple S, which they go for a very similar aesthetic. We've had Islet try to do similar things. We've also had what's another one? 50/50, you know, go for a similar aesthetic. This market's, I wouldn't say saturated, but it's not really empty either, if you know what I mean. So my question becomes, what does Hearts to Hearts and KiiiKiii bring to the table that these four other groups I have already mentioned does not? You know what I mean? Because like, yes, we enjoy people that are relatable and, you know, similar to us. I will never complain about that. But on the other hand, like, how many more of those could I have before I'm stuffed? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah. So far, the song isn't terrible, but like, it's not something I am like ready to write home about. But on the other hand, like, they sound great. I don't know their member names yet. I you know what? I do know their member names. I don't know who's singing what part. There's a couple people who are like very much in a lower register. Then I think there's like two people who are singing in a bit of a more oomph in their voice, and it's a little bit more, you know, bottom heavy. I thought that was great. They sound fantastic. It sounds way better than people who are singing out of their range, like Jisoo, who we were looking at just now, in their, you know, not in her song but in Blackpink music. So all in all, I don't know. I see the pros. I see the benefits. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'm hooked.
The styling's kind of nice too.
Yeah.
This music video. Whoever cut that one girl's hair short, good job. Whoever made that decision. It looks great.
She's my favorite. Yeah.
That's what everyone is saying. That's my favorite.
Great.
As I've seen so many people saying online. It's like short hair girl's the best. This is what I saw a lot of people saying. It's a very interesting pre-debut track, because normally people are like, oh, I want to be hyped up, you know? That's like the vibe with pre-debuts, pre-releases. You're like, oh, get me excited about the thing. But at the same time, I'm more curious if we're gonna maintain this, right? Which is, it's doing the same thing. I'm excited. I wouldn't say I'm excited. I'm just like, I wonder what this is gonna be like, right? Which means that they're doing their job correctly. Is it the best song ever? No. Is it a hype up track? No. But is it kind of fun and kind of easy listening and kind of earwormy? Yeah, I'll give it that for sure.
It's very catchy. I think this is the catchiest song of the week.
Yes, I agree with you. Great music video. This is like a all-timer music video, dude. This is such a nice music video.
Man, that IVE budget really rolling in, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
People, the press releases were calling Starship the girl group powerhouse. And I was like, you guys have one successful girl group. Now you guys are a girl group powerhouse? I don't know about that, but Cosmic Girls.
Yeah, they kind of just gave up on them after the Yeojin Wonyoung came back from from IZ*ONE.
Oh, you know, girl group powerhouse. We'll have to see where this goes. Also, I noticed one thing that's interesting, and this has nothing to do with KiiiKiii, is a lot of the press info were connecting this release back to their executive CEO and executive producer a lot. Hyunju Hyunju. Frankly, I have never paid that much attention to the execs at Starship. which I guess I've been overlooking because this lady has been the lead producer at Starship all the way since K-Will.
God damn.
Oh.
She maintains good relationships with the sister folks. She oversaw Boyfriend, Monster X, Cosmic Girls, Seoul Gravity, IVE. She's done all of those.
So she's super powerful.
Wow.
So yeah, no, maybe she hasn't been like the most successful with Cosmic Girls, but you know, Sistar and IVE were wildly popular. So I don't know.
She started as an AR producer at SM and then was a director at Big Hit before they founded Starship. That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eyes on her. Maybe she is someone to pay attention to.
Okay. I think that is all the songs this week. I mentioned Yujin and Wonyoung for a second. Oddly, Warren, I saw a Fiesta reference this week. One Fiesta.
A beautiful
Reference.
song that I do not like. What's up?
You know the Dio and Guangsu have a spin-off YouTube show right now. Kong Kong Pop Pot has a spin-off show where they cook food.
Yeah.
They played a game against the Orakshil producers, like a music quiz, and One Fiesta was one of the songs.
Oh, shit.
I was just like, out of nowhere, we're just mentioning Fiesta.
Did they get it right?
It came up. Oh, yeah, they got that point. I think Dio got it right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good on him.
Yeah, please go watch that show with Guangsu and Dio. They're like, basically, now PD has his own company now, Egg is Coming. They basically run the cafeteria for 3 days at that company.
Well, that's always enjoyable.
It's just funny because Dio does all the cooking and Guangsu does Guangsu things, more or less. So that's that show. Other releases this week. Jackson released High Alone, Baby Monster, another B-side thing, Billionaire. Olivia Marsh, who was Danielle's sister, I just wanted to include this, release Strategy. Also, she was having like a showcase or a mini concert, and then Danielle showed up unexpectedly.
Oh,
so
shit.
that was kind of cool. You can find that clip online.
What did Adore say about that?
I don't know what Adore said about that, but they were singing one of the New Jeans songs at the time. I think, I forgot the song name.
Oh,
Whatever.
Shit. Kim Jong's about to write emails.
Minnie released a B-side called Valentine's Dream. Makes sense considering when they released it. One Pack released 100. Maiden, Love Affair. 17th anniversary song called Encircled. Pow released Gimme Love. And then Suzy released Comeback. Suzy released music, which is kind of crazy in this day and age. SojuScore. Last week, episode 315, we had 4 tracks. Resing Glow Up, 6.5. All Hours, Gimme Gimme, 6.34. Lisa, Born Again, featuring Doja Cat and Ray, got a 6.89, unfortunately. It was just almost there.
Damn.
Baby Monster, Love in My Heart, got a 5.54. The songs this week are Chungha Stress, Jisoo Earthquake, and KiiKiii I Do Me. All right, the first track we got is Chungha's Stress. This is a hard one for me to grade because like it's a classic Chungha song and I'm predispositioned to like these tracks, but I think it's like a little bit too tamed, so I'm gonna give it a 6.
Well, I've been enjoying this song a lot. I think part of my enjoyment is the fact that I've been looking at the live stages. I've been into the choreography, the performance aspect of it all. So I'm going to give it a 7.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fair.
Wow. I think the song's good. I think it's fine. Pretty average. I give it a 5.
Damn. SojuTalk Nation and Go Gang also voted, and they gave Chungha Stress a 6.59. So higher than us on average, I think. As a result, it receives its composite score is 6.15. Dang. You know, we were talking about how we might need to just line up all the songs and then put some in at the end. It kind of feels like that. Okay, let's go. We got Jisoo Earthquake as the second song. You know,
Yeah.
I enjoyed Jisoo in this. I enjoyed the music video.
Yeah.
But there's just some parts of the song I'm not a fan of. But it's not the worst. I'm gonna give another 6. Like, I didn't hate it, but I ain't gonna be listening to it all the time. It's just not gonna happen for me.
Yeah, I had a similar feeling. I'm giving it a 6. I think another aspect that I didn't get to mention, but I did see some live stage, a live stage, I think is out already, but the choreography is also very. I mean, we mentioned that it's probably a TikTok point dance, right? But even so, I think the lack of movement is quite apparent.
It's tough, right? Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the biggest takeaways for me with the song was how good Jisoo can sound within the grouping.
Sound wise, yeah.
That's true.
But like, is this? I don't know. I kind of like Doug. I did not like that chorus with the da 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 da. I don't know, man. I got a 6.
All right, and the SojuTalk Nation on Gochujang also voted. They gave Jisoo Earthquake a 6.63, higher than us.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is like the first time in the past 2 months that SojuTalk Nation
Kind of
Gochujang score
agree.
for a Blackpink member has outscored our score, I believe, on average.
I think that supports my thesis. Yeah.
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 And as a result, Jisoo Earthquake received a 6.16. Wow, look how
Wow.
close these are. Holy crap.
Okay.
Wow.
6.15,
All right.
6.16. Finally, we have KiiiKiii with I Do Me, their pre-debut track. This is the song, like, okay, I don't know if people are gonna hate on me for this, but this is the song that I'll come back to the most out of these three for sure. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a church boy, you know? Maybe that's me.
Are you also on
I'm gonna-
horseback?
Yes, for sure. I hate horseback riding, dude. It's like, never. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Wow.
Wow.
I like this track.
Interesting.
I've drank the Starship Kool-Aid, dudes. I'm fully invested.
I'm interested. I think the packaging, you know, the aesthetics, the vibe they're going for is interesting. The presentation is interesting. The sound, I think, could be a little bit more outstanding. You know, like we mentioned, there's already a girl groups who are trying to have this type of sound too. But I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, I think the song sounds good. I think the appeal was with the video, personally. Song is not terrible by any means, but yeah, if you're into the kind of relaxed but upbeat, hopeful indie alt pop music, this will do it for you. I got a 6.
And the SojuTalk Nation Gochujang also scored KiiiKii's I Do Me. They gave it a score of 5.44.
Oh, bit low.
Kind of low, right? I don't know. It feels like a
Yeah.
little low to me.
Okay.
That means KiiiKiii I Do Me receives its score of a 6.11. We're so close together today.
Lots of 6s, yeah.
So today is a bunch of good songs. That's essentially what this is saying, right? Because 6 right here says good. These are all just good songs. Nothing too crazy.
Can't complain.
That's the scores. Chungha 6.15 with Stress. Jisoo 6.16 with Earthquake. KiiiKiii I Do Me got a 6.11. We're all within like 0.05 of each other. That's the scores this week.
Nice.
Finally, we're at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, first up we have I with Rebel Heart. They won on Music Bank, making it their 10th win with
God
this
damn.
song.
Wow.
And then we got I've Again, but with Attitude. They won on M Countdown and Ikigayo, 2 wins for that one. And then Plave with Dash. They won on Show Champion and Show Music Core, 2 wins so far. Congrats to them.
IVE is doing like, think about this. In the past like 3 weeks, they've won 12 music shows. It's kind of
Rebel
nuts.
Heart. Oh my god, I didn't know it was gonna be that big of a hit. I thought Attitude was gonna be the bigger one.
Rebel Heart is still perfect, all killing as we speak. 122 times
Wow.
Oh,
already.
wow. Oh, my God.
And then second place is a Hwanggaram song. I believe it's a ballad. Then we have G Dragon, and then we have Attitude. That is what iChart looks like.
Ooh.
There you have 2 songs in the top 4 right now.
IVE is continuing strong.
Yep. All right. That ends part 1. So just like episode 316. We'll be back after a short break. 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. and consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, we're back at it at part 2 of episode 316. Let's talk about some news and events.
Yeah.
So the first thing that happened, this was the announcement of the 10th perfect all kill, so the 10th hour of it perfect all killing. Ives Rebel Heart. Yeah, so it's number 1 on everything. iChart, Melon, YouTube, Flow, Genie, Bugs, Vibe. So that in itself is an achievement. I just want to give some flowers to Ive. So
Nice.
perfect all kills are very hard to get. As a lot of you know, you have to place number 1 on pretty much every chart, including YouTube, which only updates once a week. So it's difficult. But I just wanted to talk about some perfect all kills in general.
Okay.
Ive now holds the record for the most perfect all kills by a girl group with a total of 5.
Oh.
You mean like individual all kill certified songs?
So they have 5 tracks that perfect all killed, which is the most out of any girl group.
That makes sense. Okay.
Afterlife, Kitsch, I Am, Baddie, Rebel Heart.
Wow.
Those are the 5 songs that are perfect all killed for them. In fact, artists with the most perfect all kill certified songs, IU 22,
Oh my god.
That gap.
Big Bang 7, Ive 5. That's crazy to be in this list with them, is it not?
It is. That's crazy.
That's insane. From a company, Starship, which is considered like, 5th best maybe company in Korea, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nuts. If you're in any conversation with IU and Big Bang, it's a great day for you.
Yeah.
In fact, I found this list online. We might use it later. It has every song to achieve a perfect all kill in the history since they've been tracking it in 2010.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. We go all the way back 2010. We got a bunch of IU Big Bang songs, 21. We have Let It Go from Idina Menzel 2014.
Hey,
perfect
yo.
all kills on the Korean charts. Even to more modern stuff like, last year, Love Wins All, Bamyan Gang, Fate. I want to check New Jeans, how many they have. That was something I was curious of.
I was wondering.
Okay, here we go. 2. Ditto and... Oh, no. 2. Ditto and Super Shy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's a prestigious list. We might use this list for some activities down the line because it's a very interesting resource for sure. But moving on from there, lastly, because the company is doing really well with Ive, and then now they're debuting KiiKiii, they introduced a division system in the company, like a lot of other big companies do. Division 1, K-Will, Monsta X, and Ive. Division 2, Cosmic Girls and Gravity. Division 3, KiiKiii.
Ooh.
So they have a whole division just managing KiiKiii, and then Division 1 seems like groups that did pretty well, on average.
Pretty set.
And then Group 2 seems like, hey, you guys go sit in the closet with no windows over there.
God damn.
Oh.
That's what it feels like to me, does it not?
I don't know, man. It's a little sad. Maybe
It's sad.
Maybe Division 1 is like 100 people and Division 2 is like 3.
3 people?
I don't know, man.
It's kind of rough out here, right?
It really feels like between like I mentioned earlier, like the press releases are like heavily noting the influence of Soyeonju on these releases. They're doing divisions. It feels like Starship is like, pulling themselves up a little bit to appear as like Big Five. That's what it feels. It feels like corporate marketing, not in a terrible way. I think it's working. It's working for me. You know what I mean? But like in my head, I'm like, Starship doesn't play no more. They're with the big boys. They want to join the big table. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it does feel like that to me as well. Because like they're trying to do these, like they're doing this stuff that kind of makes sense for the big companies now. Divisions make sense, right?
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if soon they get a new building, right? Like a crazy new building down the line, right?
Yeah.
because they got a lot of cash influx right now, right? Coming in the door, and it just feels like they clearly see that they have a lot of growth, right? So they're trying to, with all this money coming in, you got to act like a big company now, you know? That's what it seems like they're doing.
They don't play no more.
Sense.
They want to join the big table, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely working out for them right now. So that is the Starship / IVE news. Kind of feel bad for Division 2 though. Okay, next topic. So the report came out that Hani reportedly refused to sign Ador's visa extension documents. Right. So people were like, "Is she gonna get kicked out of the country? Then is she gonna get deported? What's gonna happen?" Right. But it turns out, so the New Jeans parents. You remember we talked about this? How they now have their own channel.
oh shit,
it's working
right?
already.
Their Instagram, yeah.
So they released this information. They said, "Hello. Over the past 2 days, there's been a lot of articles regarding Hani's residency status, flooding the media, spreading false information, and they want to clarify the situation. The facts are, Hani has already legally obtained a new visa through proper procedures. So if you just want to hear that, all you got to know, Hani got a new visa. We're good. No problem, right? The more tea stuff is after that. So here's the main thing.
Okay.
They claim, this is just a claim from the parents, Adore pressured both Hani and her parents by exploiting the sensitive issue of visas, which is a major concern of foreign residents in Korea. They demanded that she sign an extension agreement listing Adore as her agency and send emails that warning that refusing to sign could result in illegal residency. So the parents are basically like, Adore, they were dangling it in front of her, said, you're gonna have to list us as the company you're in. Because we have this visa that you need, or you're gonna get deported out of the country,
man. Okay.
It's tea, is it not? This is some tea.
That's just kind of funny. I mean, I would imagine if New Jeans is and their parents are not complete fucking idiots, they know that they need a visa and they probably had a channel figured out. But
here's the more problematic part. They also said, furthermore, they submitted personal documents requiring her signature to relevant establishments without her consent and only informed her afterwards. So that's basically saying they applied for this visa, sending all of her personal info to the Korean government and stuff without telling her until after they did it. So they were basically going to be like, hey, we already applied for the visa. You just have to sign it. But enlist Adore as your agency.
That feels like signature forgery, is it not? Like,
was it not?
I don't.
Sketchy.
You submitted documents that need personal signatures without her approval. I don't know, man. Like, that sounds weird to me.
And they said, if they submitted her stuff, it doesn't make sense because it contradicts their statement stating that they prepared and attempted to submit. So they were prepared the documents, but she refused to sign them, so we didn't send them. So they said that doesn't make sense, right? Which way is it? Did you send the documents or did you not? So I don't know what's going on there, but just know she got the visa, so we're good.
She's good. Okay.
Okay.
That's what matters.
So once again, we're able to confirm they have a sponsor.
Somehow, yes.
Somebody is dishing out the money for these people. Who? I don't know yet. But all right.
I got some news about that too.
No shit.
Oh.
So the New Jeans parents also came out and said there was an article titled "New Jeans Joins Hands with Bana," and they said it's completely false and baseless.
Oh damn. Okay.
Aw.
They said we never even had discussions with them regarding the matter.
Oh shit. Okay. Never mind.
So it's not Bana. Like, at least this is what this is saying.
Damn.
So I don't know what's going on then.
I was secretly hoping for Bana, man. Okay. All right.
And they state that the article cite multiple industry sources as its basis, but it's completely false. They said the article was published without verifying facts with the parties involved, including Bana, seemingly with the intent of stirring up further controversy. So they're saying, like, we don't even know these Bana people. Like, we know who they are, but we ain't even talking to them right now. Is at least what the parents are saying.
Well, okay. Beasts and Natives alike, Bana, is a wildly popular indie label, hip hop label, if you will. I think it's a good thing that New Jeans. I'm gonna pivot.
what
I think it's a good thing New Jeans is not joining Bana because this company is infamous for like not dropping the release. For like they will fit like artists have come out on Instagram and they're like, yeah, I finished the album about 2 years ago. I don't know where it is. They're like, I finished the album. Apparently we can't release it because the marketing strategy isn't complete. So yeah, it took one of these kids like 3 years to release their solo album.
Yeah, to sum up the New Jeans Adore Cold War, all we know, Hani got the new visa, regardless of what Adore wanted her to do. And then we know this Bana thing is apparently not happening. That's all we found out this week.
All right. Well,
Kind of shocking. I thought this was the path. Did it not feel like it was the path? It all kind of made sense, but I guess not.
I feel like now the most sensible path is like their own label and Jay-Z Entertainment or some shit.
Maybe.
The Saudi investment fund. Yep, that's what I'm into. Yep. Let's keep going. Next one. Hype Labels Japan changes its name to XY Labels. I don't know.
YX.
YX.
Oh, YX. Never mind. I don't know why you would do that, but they did. Maybe the number one comment. Why?
Cool X.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's what I'm wondering too.
Why?
I don't know. If you have any info as to why, let us know, guys, because I have no clue why they did it. Just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
So the other one, there was a bill to reduce the maximum work hours for K-pop idols, teen idols, right?
Okay.
Kids who are still teens. The Korean Music Copyright Association said we're opposing it.
Huh?
They're like, nah. They're like, it's gonna. Their main logic for why they don't want this is they said restricting work hours based on age groups will create disharmony in scheduling mixed age groups where members' availability will vary vastly depending on their age.
Bullshit.
Isn't this a really shitty
Bullshit.
excuse? And they
Wow.
say this bill unfairly discriminates the youth who are struggling with their studies late into the night and young artists who aspire to grow into global cultural figures. They're saying we're even on the side of the young people because they want to work. We should let them. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, bullshit.
Isn't this ridiculous? This is some S tier gaslighting, is it not?
Okay, all right. This is my obligatory PSA about KMCA. KMCA, Korean Music Content Association. That translation is incorrect. They are the collective of HYBE, SM, JYP, YG, Universal Music Group, Warner Music Group, Sony Music Entertainment, Kakao Entertainment, Genie Music, FSC Entertainment, RBW, Flux.
So they are the man.
40 Plus.
They're the man in K-pop, right?
Yes.
The big machine.
This is the collective of the K-pop business industry people. So here we are. They don't.
Isn't this? It's one thing to say this first point. Yeah, they're gonna have different times they could work. That's fact, right? That's okay. I could understand that point that you're making there. But to literally say we're discriminating, we're on the side of the young kids because they want to work. We should let them is nuts. I think.
I feel like this
You
is.
want to struggle later?
They use the words like
bullshit.
every youth has the freedom to develop the skills for their future aspirations. These are such crazy words that they're saying.
They are welcome to just don't work.
Yeah.
Isn't this nuts though the way they said this? I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
I think it's fucking bullshit. But hey, you know, KMCA, look up their like director. Like they have some issues. Like fuck this shit, man.
Oof.
Yeah, let's keep going though. Next one. So we have the Hanto Music Awards Daesang winners. Best album 17 Spill the Feels, makes sense. Best song G-Idol Fate. Best artist aespa. Best performance TXT. So guys, I know this is an award show. It is what it is. It's the 1 year anniversary of the Poop Fest.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was that one.
That's why I wanted to bring this up.
Did anybody shit their pants?
Apparently not. There was no real incidents at this
Good,
award show.
good.
Isn't that kind of sad?
That's sad.
No, that is normal.
Nah.
Right? Nah. Last year was more fun. Let's go through some other awards we like to do here. I always look at the Rookie of the Year, right? Because I always think that's emerging artist. Here we go.
Okay.
Artemis and even.
Oh.
It's kind of not fair putting Artemis on this list, is it not? It's like, hey, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Debut.
Right.
Oh wait, rookie.
Yeah.
I got rookie. Oh no, that's right. Emerging art. I got rookie of the year, real one. This one makes
Oh.
more sense. Islet. Ow! What the?
Islet.
Ah,
What the fuck are you doing?
we got Islet and NCT Wish. Okay, that
Oh,
kind of makes
okay.
sense.
That's kind of fair.
Alright.
That makes sense, right? Yeah. Yeah. So those are the winners at the Hanto Awards. Lastly, here's the artists of the year, Bonsang. So these are like the notable artists of the year according to them. G Idol, aespa, Day6, and Hypen, IU, IVE, LE SSERAFIM, NCT Dream, New Jeans, Plave, Rise, 17 Stray Kids, TXT, 2US, Young Tak, and Zero Base One. Yeah, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. As to the big groups last year.
Damn. Almost 20 people got the same award. Does that mean anything?
They should have one award and make them fight over it. You know, they put the one trophy
Fight?
in the middle and have them battle for it.
Have one member come up from each group. Have IU come up representing IU, and then they have to box their way for a trophy.
Box.
IU could slap like 13-year-olds from To Us. Yak!
13.
I don't know how they are. Let me look up To Us youngest member.
They're not
Oh,
that
this is
far.
kid.
13.
I mean, you got Rise here.
Nina just said they're not that far from it. No, 2007. He's not that young. Okay, it's not that bad. Let's keep going though. So, Billboard's Women in Music Awards. aespa's going to get 2025 Group of the Year. Kind of cool. They're going to be honored.
Cool.
Next one, we got Jenny with the Global Force Award. She's going to be honored at the Billboard Women in Music event as well.
Nice.
Okay, next thing. All right, we talked about this. KiiiKii's gonna have their debut in March. We knew this. Let's keep going. Karina will reportedly star in the music video of one of G-Dragon's new songs on the album that's gonna come out.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, collab. Okay.
Collab?
Alright.
We got Karina. They don't think she's gonna. She's not singing, but she's gonna act in the music video.
Still, that's something.
That's something. What else do we got here? We have Artemis. They dropped world tour dates, right? So they're going to Seoul, Chicago, Indianapolis, Detroit, New York, St. Petersburg, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Tacoma. And then they already came back and added more dates. They added Richmond and Vancouver within 1 week.
All right.
Whoa.
So
Very
you can
tight
go
schedule.
see this if you want. Boom,
Dude,
boom.
it's painful that they named their tour Lunar Theory.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then we got Eve. She's going to be doing a Latin America tour.
Oh.
Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Peru, and Brazil.
Ooh, Apple
Looks like
Cinema
Eve.
Crunch.
Okay.
Let's go there. And then finally, SM Town 2025. They're coming to Los Angeles. May.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Okay.
If you
guys-
look at the poster, though, I don't know if this means these people are
Wait.
showing up, but it says
Only-
TVXQ Super Junior, Key Mino of Shiny, Suho
Not all
Chanyeol of
Shiny?
EXO, Red Velvet, NCT Dream, Wavy, aespa, Rise, NCT Wish, Novice, Hearts to Hearts, and I don't know what that is, SMTR 25.
Rookies. Yeah.
Looks like they have you guys checked out the remake album yet?
I have not.
No.
It's dropped on Valentine's Day. This is I don't know, it's quite the lineup.
Part of the lineup. This would honestly be pretty fun, I think, right? If you're in a, like, you get this, you know, at the end of the day, I always wish there was more like group concerts in America, right?
I
Like,
agree. More of them. Would
We
be
used to get that with KCON, but now they only do it in Los Angeles, you know?
Oh well.
Yeah. But that's besides the point. But that's all the news we have this week. Next week, in terms of music, On and Off, Lunate, Hearts to Hearts, Zero Base One. There's 3 pretty big ones. I'm excited for, honestly, I'm excited for Hearts to Hearts. I'm always excited for On and Off, which is one of my favorite boy groups at the moment. And then we got Zero Base One. There's some big groups. All right, Warren, you can pivot to the activity this week.
Guys, we got more mail.
You got mail.
We got mail. All right.
did?
Remember last year the actual Teddy producer from Black Label emailed, like the actual guy emailed us. He was like,
That's
"Hey
crazy.
guys, ooh, you know that
Yeah.
Somi comeback,
Ooh, it's Daddy.
not
Meow.
good. Give us some directions."
Meow.
Well, apparently, 3 K-pop companies heard how great we did with Teddy, even though we didn't hear back from him. They heard how much he loved our stuff. So, 3 people emailed us saying, hey, we need your help for K-pop group names. You guys want to check them out? Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right, here's
what they got.
Here's the first email. Anita, go read this.
Oh dear, zoom in a bit. From Starship CEO and producer So Hyun-ju. Subject: if we had to pivot... Dear Soju Talk, my friend Teddy told me all about how you guys helped him create a new concept direction for Somi's comeback. I am reaching out because I am hoping to gain a similar sort of expertise. Our new group, KiiKiii, is about to debut. We are confident everyone loves their name and there are no issues whatsoever. But in case we change their name, we want to have some options. Based on the new pre-release you saw today, what are some options that fit their aesthetic?
Okay.
Thanks, Starship Hyunju.
Ooh.
All right, Starship CEO and executive
quick.
producer So Hyun-ju. She was like, hey, Starship, Soju Talk, help me. You know, that's what she said.
Dang.
All right,
Help me.
Flattered.
I got some Post-it notes.
Oh,
we got
shit.
sticky notes.
Let's ideate.
We're brainstorming today.
Brainstorming. All right. We saw horse girl aesthetic in the video. I'm thinking we build off of that.
I also feel
Okay,
like maybe we have to maybe we get towards church girl vibes without pissing off the Christians, you know?
Okay.
We could approach something some religious, you know, like a goody two shoes vibe thing.
How about we love
without-
Jesus Christ
Yeah.
as the name of the group?
Sounds a little too much.
How about we
I heart JC.
maybe
We love Luigi. No, wait, that's too far.
No.
Mangione in my hearts?
Aesthetics.
Okay, let's first talk while we're gonna brainstorm. Let's first talk. Kiki's a weird name. Warren told us this week we should think about like naming groups in general. I was thinking about it today. I was like, all the popular groups have shit names. Like this is like I was thinking like I was the only group that I kind of like the name of the current like meta groups.
Yeah.
I like Rise. I think that's a good name.
Oh, okay.
I might not like the spelling of it, but I think the name is cool. I like that name. But then
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking of like Ave is a weird name. Espa makes like what is that, right? Like we only like them because we like the groups now, but on a face level, some of these group names are ass.
That's exactly why Hyunju needs our help. Look at us. She needs our help.
That zoom in.
All right. I think we retain the laughter thing. Like KiiKiii at its core is supposed to resemble, you know,
Yeah.
the Korean laughing sound. You know. How about we say lols?
Wolves. No.
It's and then the marketing material can say we added a Z because it's Gen Z.
You know, if they really want to go this laughing route, they could call the group Giggle or something.
Giggle.
Giggle.
Actually, anything that starts with a G is kind of weird.
That does not give
Giggle.
How about Giggle Wiggle?
horse girl.
Giggle Wiggle.
No.
Giggle Wiggle Tiggle. All right.
No.
Okay, Anita, you're shooting all of these ideas down.
Anita, I'm did some Googling. We could also just pick a name that kind of fits the horse girl aesthetic like vibe. We could call the group Willow or something. That kind of works.
Okay, that's here's the thing. I feel like nowadays you should be trending towards a name that has a meaning, right? Like it has some sort of identity to the group, because I think there's too many groups that have letters, right? There's TWS, which is to us, TXT, which is Tomorrow by Together, TNX, which is a Ricky group with Psy. Like there's too many letters I think you should pick a full name that has a meaning, a connection to the group.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, I thought KiiKiii was interesting because I thought like, oh, if it's 6 members, you're kind of representing them in the name because it has 6 eyes in the name. But
Oh wow! And you really thought into this? Holy
Yeah,
shit!
oh my God.
no,
Okay.
yeah, I was really thinking like, oh, okay, KiiKiii has some meaning, but now I see that the 6 eyes is not really relevant. It's more of a, I think, based on their marketing, based on their posts, and this name, they're trying to go for something very like quirky, something like we're not being serious, like this is for fun, right? Right. But I feel like it contradicts a little bit of the aesthetic because the aesthetic is not necessarily quirky. We're not just having fun. It seems like also very, I don't know. I think it's sending more of a message of that relatability, that like we're more connected to nature and like we're not in the glitz and the glamour. So I think a word would make sense, like willow or something nature related, something that's more.
Hey, Willow was not bad, was it not? That one was not bad.
It's not bad.
Gianna.
I want to add something to Willow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to
Okay.
just
Oh,
do
God.
Willow.
What would you do then?
I don't know. Like, how about Willow tea? You know, like kind of like iced tea,
What's the
but
tea
like
for?
willow tea. Drop the tea. No, okay. Willow.
Willow or
Why don't we
What
keep
else?
Willow and then try to think of another one? I like Anita's take. We should have a nature-driven word.
Okay, nature-driven.
How about
driven.
Bohemian hot sauce?
Excuse me?
It's here's the thing.
What
Bohemian
does that even
captures that horse girl aesthetic. Hot sauce captures their silliness. Yeah?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
not sold on that.
Okay. All right, nature-driven word.
Bohemian.
How about grass is greener
Yes.
on this side?
Oh my god.
And then we'll shorten it, call it GGTS for short.
No, no letters.
Oh, all right, right. No letters. All right, that's fair. I think maybe Willow was our best bet. That's what it's feeling like.
Willow or what else? I'm really thinking about the music video because I'm hoping they're representing
How about
the
okay,
vibe.
major horse girl aesthetic? Let's go with rain. REIN. Like horse reins.
REIN.
REIN. Rain.
Oh.
Rain.
And we have a rain aesthetic, you know? Like we got a lot of stuff with that word. It's a homonym.
Oh,
And they're-
okay.
Their next
think a rain
release
is
could be
Queens.
called Rainism.
Rainism.
And then, they could do
They could also do a rain, like they could
Gang V2.
They could go for a queen aesthetic at some point too. Down the line, we could
Oh.
pivot rain.
Oh,
Okay. I can see.
That's not terrible, right?
I
That's
see
not
where you're
terrible.
going with
rain,
this. Yeah.
Willow.
Okay. My only issue with rain is that it sounds too much like rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like our existing K-pop king, How about we combine
we
the
do?
two and say Willow Rain?
Right.
Or just making compound words like babbling brook, shit like that.
Willow,
That's the worst.
Willow Rain. It's gotta
Rain.
have 2 words. Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, do you like groups with two? I think it needs to be one word. I think group names need to be one word
Really? Okay.
these days. I think
Tyler,
people have such a short
the Creator.
attention span
Travis
that you got to make it
Scott.
one word.
F
Oh.
X. Sorry, that's a bad example. Okay. I like Rain more than Willow. It just sounds cool, And look at that word. REIN. Just simple and to the point. I don't know if it reflects the fun and silliness as much as Willow does, but nor does Willow to begin with. Why don't we just go with Rain?
Yeah.
I like Rain. All right.
Rain could be cool.
All right.
We might go back to this. Okay.
All right.
That's submission.
Let's go to the next.
All right. I'll
That's,
email
email.
I'll email Hyunju after the show. Let her know that Rain is our best bet. And I'll get back to
Still
you guys
workshopping
soon.
it.
Okay. All right. But like I said, yes, we have 2 more emails to get through. Doug, do you want to read the next one?
Sure. Who am I?
You are. Why is you?
Oh God. he talks a little like this, huh? Asa. Hello, besties. First of all, thank you for helping my dear friend Teddy, my protege. Just know I made him, though. You're all seriously the bestest. Ooh, but I need your big brain help too. So between now and like 2035, no rush, yeah. I'm planning to debut an all new, super duper legendary boy group straight from the practice room. I mean, but there's just one tiny thing. They need a name. The vibe I'm going for, they should totally feel like a YG family group. Cool, swaggy, maybe a little dangerous like me. Their music will be typical YG, so their powerful beats, sick rap lines, and earworm choruses. There'll be a 4 to 5 boy group member because, you know, that's all we can afford right now with those financial reports you've seen them. So what are your best ideas? Give me the most legendary YG-esque, most epic group name suggestions. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Thanksies in advance. With love and swag, YG Opar.
Look at his profile
Wow.
picture.
Wow.
Straight from the prison.
Wow.
We got YG himself.
Straight from the courtroom. YG says, "Hey, we need a 4 or 5 member boy group. The music's gonna be YG. The name should be YG.
Should we go? Should we be a little provocative with this name? Maybe it's YG. They're bombastic.
Let's do it. Make it
Let's just
provocative.
call the group Girth. We're just gonna call the group Girth.
No. No.
Okay. I'm not gonna have a bunch of 2010ers running around with a group name called Girth.
We're just gonna go Girth. This
No.
is the group. This is the group.
No, no.
No?
No. I was brainstorming because Warren was telling us just to come up with names.
Ozempic. No win.
Oh, I like Ozempic.
No, what?
Ozempic. I'm putting that on the list.
So I was thinking, I had a scenario in my mind because we didn't know we were gonna get these emails, right? We didn't know who needed our expertise. But I was thinking, it's cool to have the name kind of call back to something specific about the member, something they have in common or something,
Right.
something that connects them, right? I was thinking to the likes of like B1A4, if people remember that group. They're still around, but they're kind of old. So the name stands for one of the members is type B blood and 4 of them.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh my
So
God.
it's a little thing, you know, it's something funny, something that kind of connects. What does that mean?
How about, yeah, no, I like that
Nina's
idea.
laughing at her own suggestions.
3T, 1F. They have
What
3
does it
T's and 1 F's,
What do
you know,
you mean?
with the MBTI, you know?
Oh, MBTI.
Oh,
And it'll be read like third turf is how you read that name.
well, okay, that could be one interpretation of it.
Okay.
I was thinking.
Sorry, go back to you, Anita.
Like,
yeah.
if we had, like, hypothetically speaking, if like these members had like a birthday in the same season, like they're all born in the summer.
Okay.
I was thinking, just call them heat wave or something like that. Something
Heat
that
Wait.
something that calls back to like, oh yeah, we're all like born in this like between June and August or something.
Should I call him and ask? I can call him and ask. I have his personal number.
Oh yeah, we can set a follow up.
Let me just call him real quick.
Okay.
Hello? Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to follow up on your email. When are their birthdays? Okay, thank you. Anita, I have unfortunate news.
What? No.
All of their birthdays are Decembers.
December. Okay.
Why don't we say
we
cold
can
wave?
work with that. We can
Cold wave.
we can work with that. Yeah. We can just find a thing to stick with and like make it a theme, you know?
Okay. I was thinking, all right, hear me out. I was going back to some of the classic YG names. Jinu Shun, One Time, you know, Big Bang,
To anyone.
To anyone. Black Pink. Baby Monster. It's all 2 words with this fucking company. Except for Winner and Icon.
is.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's gotta be 2 words. Yeah. So maybe Cold Wave and Heat Wave works. But I don't know. I feel like it's gotta be a little more dangerous and a little more YG oomph, bombastic energy.
Crash out.
Crash out.
Crash out. I feel like they need a name that's kind of like, I'm not gonna say hip, but they need like a more like a tough sounding name, like the set.
They need a tough sounding name.
Like the set. Like, you're rolling with the set,
The set?
The set.
You guys not know the slang?
No.
That's like your gang, or the set.
Oh.
Dang.
Is that gonna be
type-
potentially
just type-
problematic with the Western
I don't think-
audiences?
I mean, just Urban Dictionary set, and then you can find out.
Why don't we just call
It's like a
them?
gang. It's
How about this? Yeah.
no, okay.
No.
That's too far,
Oh, that's too far?
Warren.
Okay.
No.
Okay. You'll have to check out YouTube to see what I wrote.
Oh my god.
Crash Out? I don't hate Crash Out, actually.
I don't like Crash. I don't hate Crash Out either. I like the word crash.
Oh.
Crash is
Good.
How about Crash Plosion? No, sorry, that's terrible.
No.
Crash Kill. Crash Kill.
This one's tougher because the other group had like, you just need a naturey name. This one is like, what does YG signify? It's like typically YG was going for the more like urban aesthetic, as urban as you could get in Korea. At least that's what traditionally they went for.
Right.
We just need some kind of word like rent stabilization. No, that's too. Landlord. That's not a terrible name, actually. Landlord.
Crash Lord.
It's your landlord.
No.
Crash Lord, guys. I have it. Crash Lord is it.
No.
I feel like landlord would be a funny name for a group.
We're not fucking doing landlord.
Slumlord. Slumlord.
No.
Personally, I like Ozempic, and then I like Crash Out.
Ozempic. I feel like YG would call their group Crash Out for some reason.
I feel like Crash Out is a little too realistic.
That could be it.
All
that
right.
could happen.
I'll email YG, let them know Crash Out is their best option, and then we can go from there. How does that sound? All right. You have one more email.
How about wait, I got one more name.
oh.
Not like us. Not like us.
No.
No.
No? Too far? Okay.
No.
All right. Adore CEO Kim emailed us. Her email reads, strategic naming initiative for Adore's upcoming girl group. Here's what CEO Kim had to say, right? She said, Dear SojuTalk Entertainment LLC, given your demonstrated market impact and recent high-value collaboration with Teddy at the Black Label, Adore is proactively engaging you as a potential strategic partner in our next-gen talent pipeline. We are fast-tracking the go-to-market roadmap for an elite, next-level girl group and are currently in the blue sky ideation phase for a high-impact brand identity. To ensure alignment with core audience engagement metrics and long-term brand equity, proposed naming solutions must drive deep resonance with the core Gen Z psychographic, embody an unapologetic, high-energy, savage brand ethos, and be optimized for a 5-member team synergy and market positioning. At this stage, we are requesting a top-tier first-pass name concept for an internal evaluation. Pending value assessment and stakeholder buy-in, we will determine whether to move forward with a formalized RFP process. Looking forward to your disruptive insights and game-changing thought leadership. Best CEO Kim.
Right off the bat, that list,
Yeah?
I don't think savage is in vogue anymore.
Oh,
We've
shit.
moved on from that.
I
Low-key.
mean, I don't really expect her to be the most up to date with the.
But okay, if that's what they're looking for?
They want to be badass. Okay, they want to differentiate from New Jeans. You know what I mean? which is what they are clearly known for at this moment.
But still resonate with Gen Z.
Still resonate with Gen Z. They gotta be powerful, but like cool. You know what I mean? Like
Powerful and cool.
so it's like a mix
Okay.
between where we were with YG Oppa and then KiiKiii.
Are kids even into these days? I have no clue. Skibidi toilet? Is that what they're into?
Fuck you.
Blue jeans. Okay, well,
How about Uncut Gems?
KiiKiii?
Sorry, Anita, you were gonna say something?
No, I'm thinking like how to combine this strong savage aesthetic, right? But still appeal to the younger population, the Gen Z, that I honestly don't think they're quite into like the savage, like strong persona, to be honest. I think it's more like rebelling, right? Like going against the grain. Like,
Yeah, you don't really have to think about it as girl crush, for example. But like,
Right.
Yeah, like
No, they're aesthetically acting out, but not too much, you know?
right.
okay,
No, you know what I mean? Like,
in an acceptable, responsible, and relatable way. Yes.
So do we go more punk?
Oh,
Is it more like it's more of a punk aesthetic than a straightforward like savage?
okay. Now that's
Powerful.
that's fine. I feel like that's still in the same kind of wheelhouse. Punk. See, okay. I was thinking we play heavy into the aesthetics that they're playing off of, and name the group Aesthetic.
Aesthetic.
Isn't that not like as meta as it gets?
Aesthetic.
and for like brand recognition, search engine optimization, put 2 A's in the front.
Oh,
Oh, come up
That
first.
looks so bad. That looks so
Yeah,
bad.
no, that's us.
this
dude.
is it.
So you always come up first in the search, dude.
Aesthetic.
That's that.
Aesthetic.
I mean, you remember, like, okay, so some of y'all didn't grow up back in the days when you used to get telephone books and stuff, but like, people would name their like numbers. Sometimes would come first. So you would be #1 Chinese restaurant. You would put the number in the front so it comes up first. Or you
Oh,
put 2 A's in the front back in the day.
why don't we
you know?
just do this then aesthetic with the #1 in the front?
One
One
aesthetic.
aesthetic.
One aesthetic.
No, I kind
What
of like
aesthetic?
our group name is aesthetic, but we include the red squiggly under it. The autocorrect.
I
Like
can't.
that. Like that.
I can't have it work like that.
But you know what? Isn't that kind of cool though?
I mean, that's cool, but like, how do we do that in all of their releases?
I kind
That's
of like.
interesting. That's interesting. I guess it goes against
How
the
about
grain.
The two
yeah.
capital A's is kind of intimidating. Make the first one lowercase.
Aesthetic.
Like that's kind of funny, isn't it?
We could also do aesthetic with 2 C's.
Whoa, CC, dude!
That'll get all the fanfics going. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my god.
Aesthetic.
how about aesthetic? Thick. Oh, it doesn't even fit in one post-it.
How about we really confuse people and put the Latin AE?
What? Can you,
Yeah, I put it in
can
the
you
Isn't
chat.
that what
that
Espa was
character?
kind of going for?
I mean, Espa was, but they didn't fully commit.
It's gonna be plagiarism.
Nah.
That kind of looks cool, doesn't it?
It
Actually,
does. It
Aesthetic.
really does.
Aesthetic.
Here, why don't
That
we?
looks kinda
This feels like the answer.
whoa. And then that could be our logo, that AE thing.
Right.
That could be the logo
Yeah.
of the group. Dude, I honestly
Aesthetic.
think we're onto something with this
Dude,
one.
I unironically like this.
This is the logo, right?
There you
dude.
go.
Just change it up a little bit. Yeah.
Wait, and let's do like a 4-member group. There's 4 compartments on this logo or something, dude. Like something
Oh,
like that.
I see it. Yeah, yeah,
4
yeah.
compartments.
What are
Oh,
you saying?
so like the
confused.
E has 2 sections.
2 sections and
then
the A has 2 sections.
Yeah.
So that like each person what lives inside the thing?
Wait, but
Yeah, that's the room. That's the room. That's the
Wait,
room.
hold on. Isn't this a problem though? Because the AE isn't that associated with American Eagle?
Is it? I have no
Do
clue.
they own the word AE?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen that combo, but not the. But we're doing the Greek one, right?
Yeah.
Latin.
Latin. Old Swedish, apparently. Speaking of AE, like, it might also be a cool thing to like use the word arrow in here somewhere. Like, I always felt like that's just a cool sounding reading name.
Bro, look at how
Wait, I like
aesthetic
that.
look at the lowercase version of this too. It's connected. It's even nicer.
See, that's the old Espa logo. It still is
Oh,
the
it is.
logo.
It
It
is.
is the S logo. Never
Look,
mind.
that's,
We can't.
that's literally.
We can't do this, dude. We can't use this A.
God
shit
damn it.
thing.
Wait, but you're running into. Okay, first American Eagle, now Aeropostale. Is that?
Bro, all these AEs out here.
Yeah, Aeropostale.
Yeah, nah, this is too in your face, man.
Yeah, we can't do
Yeah,
this.
we
A,
Can't
dude.
do that.
We
All
can't.
right,
We
back
can't.
to normal
already did it.
AE. Anita likes AERO, arrow.
But that's. I mean, it's Aeropostale though, isn't it? Arrow.
They don't own.
Oh,
I don't think they
no.
own the word arrow, do they? Oh wait, there's a private jet experience called Arrow.
Oh,
Bro, what the fuck? A private jet experience?
that makes sense.
Do they get calls from
Arrow.
McKenna?
Air.
Okay. How about we combine these two and do aerostatic?
Aerostatic. Aerostatic.
Tell me that's a bad name. Oh wait, that's actually bad. Never mind. Oh yeah, like this. AEROSTIHETIC.
Aerostatic. See, okay,
They made their own word.
it looks cool. I just feel like it sounds like a clothing brand. It sounds like
Aesthetic.
it sounds like a brand. Like it doesn't sound like a group.
I feel like isn't that a good
Is that
thing?
what they're going for?
Yeah. I feel like that's a good thing. All these K-pop companies are trying to establish their group a brand. Le Seraphim had a whole ass Le Seraphim Penti release.
Hey, I thought of the group name.
What is it?
Another one.
Look at this one. B.
You got stuck on
B.
the Latin letters, sir.
But that symbol is pronounced as an S, as in C. So the group's actually called C.
That's
Okay,
just
that's
confusing.
But that's how you pronounce it.
C.
But like, see, when I see this letter, the B, the fake B with the S, like that reminds me of beta.
Okay.
All right. Wait, what other
I
pick?
see what you're trying to do though. I kind of like that too.
Aerostatic.
C B.
Aerostatic sounds like you're trying to design like a new Uniclone like line.
Yeah,
really?
yeah. They're trying to go for savage. How does
Like they
that?
have like, you know how Uniqlo has airism? This is what it feels like you're trying to do.
Okay, why don't we do aesthetic with a K? Now it looks mean.
Let's just call the group Cloud with a K. Call it a day.
Isn't
Cloud.
that the Korean beer?
Is it? I have
Oh.
no clue.
Is that a cloud?
There's a Radiant artist, an EDM person called Cloud, and then there's the beard
yeah.
Cloud.
Right.
I don't think it's Korean, but all right, let's settle on one. We had Blue Jeans Punk, aesthetic with a K, aerostatic, and Cloud.
I thought we were on something with the red squiggly, but then we dropped it.
I still like this one the most
Aesthetic.
with 2 A's.
I kind of like it too, just because it's like, oh, you put 2 A's. Which way do you like it better? Do you like the big one to be first or second?
I like it both ways. Is that how I spell
It's
the
the
word?
most grating like that. I would say that.
Yeah. Unless you start adding the fucking K in the thing, which is just like stupid.
Yeah, I don't like any of these, to be honest, but it is what it is.
All right. We will reply to CEO Kim with aesthetic with 2 A's. And
I feel like if we were actually suggesting to Adore, we would just like copy New Jeans' name because they just basically want to replace New Jeans, to be completely honest. We would call them like, I don't know, pressed shirt or something. You know? Extra starch.
All right. I don't know. Like, now that I'm trying to copy K-pop group names, I think coming up with group names is hard.
Is hard.
It
Yeah, I have a
is.
better.
It is.
I think Willow's cool, to be honest.
Right. We had Willow and Rain for Starship. We had Crowd Shout for
Shout.
YG. And then we had Aesthetic for Adore.
Adore.
Wait, our names are shit too. I started this.
It's hard.
Comparing these people, and our names are
We need
no
more
better.
time.
Our names are
Whole-
no better. Oh my god.
Whole
Alright.
team.
Well, listeners, if you're listening at home,
Holy
what would
shit.
you name your K-pop groups?
Yeah,
Let
give
us
us
know.
ideas.
And we'll
Alright,
include
our
it
names-
in
our
your
names-
proposal PowerPoint deck for CEO Kim.
That's terrible. We're terrible at this.
That's it. Doug, back to you.
I'm done too. This is
Oh. Okay, I guess this
Now-
is
now
where we
you-
wrap.
I kind of appreciate some of the names that were like decent then, you know? Like,
Oh yes.
Like what?
I don't know. Red Velvet's a good name. I think that's fine. Red Velvet. Big Bang was kind of cool at the time.
I like 21.
21.
21 is a good name.
Yeah, I have a better appreciation for some of these names because ours were just
It's not easy.
trash. All right, this has been SojuTalk. We shot at K-pop. Episode 316 is now over. We'll see you guys next time. 317. We're gonna get that Hearts to Hearts debut. I still think, I don't know why they have the S in the name still. Hearts to Hearts. Still think it's terrible, but it is what it is. We'll see you guys next time. We'll talk about that group. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Ellie, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Liam's Games and Toys, NJ Parks, South Texas Once, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Thank you, really.